Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. I am Amanda Cromhote from Truth Loyalty and the Blind Loyalty Trust. We interview world leaders in loyalty blindly. The challenge is about creating loyalty insight spontaneously and about a lot of fun. Simultaneously, it is about raising the awareness of the Blind Loyalty Trust, and 100% of the proceeds from my book, Blind Loyalty 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified, go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. Today's Blind Loyalty Challenge connects Cape Town to Toronto. I am so excited to chat to Elizabeth McNeil. She is the Director of Marketing of Travel Cards for the Royal Bank of Canada. And not only do we reference her for the Royal Bank of Canada role, but she's also recently been announced as the International Loyalty Awards, one of the trailblazers or pioneers. So that's a super, super accolade. And I'm so excited to see you on here. Good to see you, Elizabeth.
You as well, Amanda. Thank you so much for having me.
And you know what? Just by chatting to you, we've connected so deeply, so quickly, because those of you who know me and know about blind loyalty and my blindness that I had and has been recovered in my right eye, Elizabeth has just explained to me that she has a prosthetic right eye, which I didn't even notice. So we're connected at the core through our right eyes, so to speak. So thank you for your honesty and just transparency. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. I mean, when I heard about the challenge and I heard about everything that you do to raise money, it was absolutely incredible to hear. So I'm so thrilled to be here.
Oh, it's great. Well, let's get straight into it. So your first question is set by Jeremy Rabe from AppCard in the US. And his question, which I think is very apt for your role, for what you do, is what is the most successful techniques in credit card acquisition in the loyalty environment?
I mean, I think there's so many good things that people can do, but I think, the obvious answer, maybe the self-serving answer is you need to have a really incredible loyalty program. You need to have a program that people resonate with. We know that credit cards are enablers of programs. And if people don't see the value in the program, they're not going to get the card that accelerates the earn and accelerates the redemption option. So
Yeah.
it seems foundational. It's probably a fairly obvious answer to your listeners, but it's also so crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. It can't just be like on the surface and fix something that could be potentially broken.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So my second question, because so much of your work is in the travel industry, your marketing role, your director of marketing for travel cards, and working with incredible brands like WestJet and British Airways, Chapter 77 of Blind Loyalty talks about how the frequent flyer industry has evolved so dramatically from the traditional
Mhm.
points and tiers because of elements such as co-branded cards.
Yeah.
So, from your point of view, where is that real value add that this co-branded relationship adds for the customer and for the business?
I mean, I think the thing that travel has always been on the leading edge of is the idea of intrinsic versus extrinsic loyalty and the different types of value, right? Like if you are somebody who travels frequently, you love, getting to the front of the line, you love not having to wait in a line, you love that personalized service, everything from being able to choose your seat, to get more leg room, to get the lounge, like all of that has been baked into the travel loyalty experience. And then with the card, knowing that you can have all of those things, you can get the companion vouchers, you can make
Yeah.
sure that everyone on in your family on the trip can bring all their bags. Like that's the value of those cards. It's feeling really recognized that goes beyond just the traditional earn and burn situation that most programs really play in.
Absolutely. You've actually already, just by answering that, answered my third question. So I'm going to think on my feet and change my third question. So question three is chapter 52, which refers to the softer benefits
Mm.
of loyalty. So not the points only, but the softer benefits. But you've just given us a masterclass in travel softer benefits. So I'm going to ask you, what is your personal favorite loyalty experience that you've had, probably induced by softer benefits?
I mean, I always think about the call center. And I think a lot of the times in marketing, we don't think about the call center as part of the marketing flow. We think about the call center as potentially, you're on the unhappy path. You've gone, you've deviated, something's happened. But the brands that I love the most, the brands that I have the most loyalty to are where when I've called the call center, I've gotten, to the front of the line access because I have the status. They've recognized me, they've thanked me for my loyalty, they know how long I've been a member, and they're giving me something extra. If a flight's delayed or if a flight is canceled, I know that I can call and that I'm going to get great service and that I'm going to be taken care of. And the
Yeah.
peace of mind, like you can't put a price on that.
Yeah. Yeah. It reminds me of a quote by Rory Sutherland, the global chairman or vice chairman, I think, of Ogilvy. And he says, the night I'm traveling on an airline that I'm not a frequent flyer member of, I'm just 30% more nervous.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought about this, I travel quite frequently, both for work and for pleasure. And sometimes I'm on airlines that, I'm not on their status tiers. They're
Yeah.
not with, one of the One Worlds or the Star Alliance. And I'm nervous about it. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what's going to happen. And that absolutely you can't quantify that, especially like
Mm.
I travel solo quite frequently. But then if you add bringing a partner, if you add bringing a pet, if you add bringing a child, like it compounds quite quickly.
Yeah, stunning. What lovely answers. Well, there you go. We've flown through it as quick as anything. Elizabeth, I told you it'd be over before we'd started. So
Uh,
can
well,
you
we have
can
to
you
we have
name
to do it again in Cape Town sometimes. I know, and
there
you have
you
to come
go.
to Toronto. That's for our good weather, and then we'll go for your good weather. We'll do a whole tour
Open invitation anytime. I think we'll win though. I think you'd rather come to Cape Town most of the time.
any day. Any day I'll come. I love Cape Town. It's an amazing city.
Please, can you tag someone else for me to chat to?
Yes, I would love to tag my friend Steve McClelland at WestJet.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I'd love to chat to him. I know of Steve, I don't know him personally, so that'd be super. And a
Yeah.
question, it might not be for Steve because it's sometimes difficult to coordinate, but a question for another person on the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
I think a really good question for anyone is, in the rise of fintechs and the rise of AI and the rise of technology, like how do you make your program still feel personal and reward people for the behaviors that they've had since before we brought in all of these new technologies and these new competitors?
What a lovely question. Beautiful. Love it. Super question. Elizabeth, I know we could chat forever, and I can't wait to meet you in person. I think we'll just be like sisters from another mother.
I would love that, Amanda. I can't wait myself.
Thank you for doing the Blind Loyalty Challenge.